Have a pleasant morning to each and everyone. I am Mikaela, Fernando, and I will be one of the discussants for today. For this lesson, we will talk about remediation through phonemic awareness. I know this lesson might be familiar with you, but please, I ask everyone to lend your ears and have eagerness to learn more. Make sure that you have pen and paper and jot down note the important details or terms. In this discussion, we will talk about the following. First, what is phonemic awareness? Second, phonemic awareness versus phonological awareness. Third, phonemic awareness versus phonics. And the last part is phonemic awareness skills. So, let's get started. Okay, so first, let us talk about what is phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate phonemes or the sounds in words. So basically, phonemic awareness is being able to listen to a word and hear all of the sounds it is made up of. Students is able to think about, notice, and work with individual sounds or the phonemes in spoken words. They are able to manipulate the sounds in words including blending, stretching, or otherwise changing the words. So later on, we will tackle all the skills needed in phonemic awareness. But before that, let's talk about the difference between phonemic awareness and phonological awareness. Okay, so let us define first what is phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is a critical early literary skill that helps children recognize and work with the sounds of spoken words. In other words, phonological awareness is made up of a group of skills. In this set of skills, it includes the phonemic awareness. As you can see in this picture, phonological awareness consists of three main parts, which are first the sentences. Under this is counting words in a sentence. Second is the words. Under this is rhyming and onset and rhyme. The last and most sophisticated among the three parts is the phonemes. Under this is the beginning, middle, and ending sounds, blending and segmenting, and phoneme manipulation. In the third part, the phonemic awareness will enter because phonemic awareness talks about phonemes only. Phonemic awareness is understanding the individual sounds or the phoneme, but in phonological awareness, it includes the understanding words and sentences, but overall, of course, both of these talks about sounds. So let us move on to the third part of this discussion, which is phonemic awareness versus phonics. Phonics is the ability to connect phonemes or the sounds to written letters. It focuses on spelling. The main difference between phonemic awareness and phonics is that phonemic awareness is only dealing with sounds, no decoding. On the other side, phonics is still looking at letters and figuring out what they say. A phonemic awareness activity has students listening and saying sounds, while phonics activity has students reading sounds. Let's go on to the last part of this discussion, which is phonemic awareness skills. The first skill in phonemic awareness is identifying the beginning, middle, and ending sounds. The first skill is being able to say the beginning sounds in words you hear. It is hearing what words start with, of course. For example, if I ask the student what is the first sound that they hear in the word cat, Students will able to identify and say that it is k. The next progression is being able to hear the medial sound in a word. Usually, it is a CVC or consonant vowel consonant words. This one is very important because it focuses on the vowel sound. Vowel sounds are all very similar, so it is important for students to be able to hear the difference in words. For example, if I ask what sound did the student hear in the middle of the word cat, they will able to identify and that it is ah. Okay, so let's move on to the last sounds. The last part of this skill is identifying the ending sound. This skill can be tricky for some students as they have a tendency to hang on to the first sound they hear. For example, if I ask the student what is the last sound they hear in the word cat, they will able to identify and say that it is t. So, the second skill of the phonemic awareness is blending and segmenting. Blending and segmenting are using sounds together to actually make words. Blending is hearing separate sounds said in a row and being able to put them together into the word they make. For example, if I ask a student to blend the sounds k, a, t together to make a word, students will able to say that it is cut. I, as a future teacher, would say each sound in the word, and the student would say what word they make. In segmenting, it is hearing a word said and then being able to provide each of the sounds the word is made up of. Okay, so for example, if I ask a student to say all the sounds you hear in the word tell, students will able to say the sounds t, e, l. The last skill is being able to hear a word and change the sounds in it. There are three different changes you can make to a word: the phoneme addition, phoneme deletion, and phoneme substitution. In phoneme addition, of course, it is adding a sound into a word. The teacher says a word and asks the students to add a sound somewhere in the word. For example, if I ask a student what is the word pan with a t added at the end, students will able the word pant. So the second part of this skill is the phoneme deletion. In phoneme deletion, it is taking away a sound in the word. The teacher says a word and asks the students to say the word without one of the sounds. For example, if I ask a student what is the word still without the sound t, students will able to say the sound or the word still. The last part of this skill is the phoneme substitution. In phoneme substitution, it is changing one of the sounds in a word. So the teacher says a word and asks the students to change one of the sounds to a different sound to make a new word. So for example, if I will tell to the students to listen to the word bag and change the sounds a to e, the students will able to say the word beg, from bag to beg. So I hope that the concept of phonemic awareness is clear to all of us now. So thank you for listening and take care everyone. God bless.